So, welcome students. Today we have to start with the term what is called the market outcome of the economic efficiency. In the previous class what we completed the term what is called the economic efficiency or the total surplus, which is to be consist of your both consumer surplus as well as the producer surplus. That means, if you take the curve to be here, let us say is the quantity and this is the price, and we already know the demand and supply, they are equilibrium at the point A1, and this is the quantity and this is the equilibrium price, and this is called the consumer surplus and this is called the producer surplus. That is the intentions, you already know about it. And the total surplus, that is called the total surplus, it can be calculated by taking the differences between the two things. One is called the value to the buyers and the cost to the sellers. Value to buyers and cost to the sellers. The value to buyers means area under the demand curve, and cost to the seller means the area under the supply curve. The supply curve under जो area तक जाऊँचे आमे ताको कहूचे cost to the seller. The cost to the seller is this particular portions. If you take into account A and B, this is the cost to the sellers O, B, E, Q1, and value to the buyers is to be O, A, E, Q1. When you take the differences, this part is called the consumer surplus. And here the total society entire economy is to be in a well-being situations. Let us say for example, any deviation to be takes place. Any deviation in the sense, suppose if there is a increase in the productions, if you take this side area Q2, what do you find? Now, cost to the, this is called the cost to the seller. The cost to the seller is much more than the value to the buyers. So, this is to be area is called the cost to the seller, and this to this is the value to buyers, value to buyers. So, the value to buyers, and here the cost to the sellers and the value to the buyer, they are not in equilibrium positions. So, they are not same. Our intention, so that there is no gap between what is the value to the buyers and the cost to the sellers. जिते लोक जो अनुसार किणवे जिनस से माने जेतिके बेनिफिटेड पाउछंती एवं जोति जेते प्रोड्यूसर सप्लाई करछे प्रोडक्ट से मध्य सेतिके अमाउंट ऑफ I mean cost peer करथिबो. If it is not so, then there is a disequilibrium to be takes place. So, economy is not in a perfect equilibrium point. So, at the market equilibrium, the total surplus to be the maximum, and it is so because there is no differences between these to this. This and this, the if it is value to the buyers and the value to the seller, if you are deducting it, so that means we find this is the total surplus part, this area A, B and E. This total surplus is nothing but the area A, B and E, and that is your maximum one. Okay. If you move to the left side or right side of it, what do you find? If you move to the right side, we find the cost to the seller is much more than the value to the buyers. Exactly in the same manner, if you move to this side, reverse side, I mean the towards the origin, less amount to be supplied, let us say the Q0, then in that case, what do you find? The value to the buyers is much more than the cost to the sellers. The cost to the seller is very less, value to the buyer is much more. That means the consumer it will be maximum satisfied. Consumer should be the maximum be satisfied, but the producer it will provide the product at the less price. But in this case, what you find, producer supply the product inside the market at the greater price as what the consumer it will be extracted from the market. So, we find, so there is a disequilibrium occur either if it will move to the left side of the equilibrium or right side of the equilibrium. Therefore, to reaching the point of the equilibrium, what we have to do? We have to reaching this the point of the equilibrium first way, I mean alternate, we have to fluctuating the price of the product, right. That price must be changes in such a way, so that we have to reaching the point. If the price increases means supply increases, if the supply price increases means demand decreases. Considering that increase and decrease in demand and supply, by changing the fluctuation in the price of the product, we are able to reach the point of the market efficiency. Our target to reaching the market efficiency is that in such a way we have to allocating the resources, so there is no gap between the what the cost to the seller and what the value to the buyers. right. So, there is no such deviations must be occur in reaching this particular point. So, this is all about the term what is called the market efficiency. To relate it to this market efficiency, we start with the next topic what is called as the market failure. Market failure means what? What is the meaning of the market failure? Any idea related to the market failure? That means market failure in the sense government must have to be take some action if there is a deviation to be occur, that is the value to the buyers and the cost to the sellers. If there is a deviations, if it may be positive, it may be negative. So, that positive and negative concept is to be treated as to be the market failure concept. If there is no deviation between the value to the buyers and the cost to the sellers, no problem to be occurs, but normally it is not so. Always we find the existence of the deviations between these two. So, how the government to interfere here to make the the minimization of these externalities. So, here comes the term what is called as the externalities. Externalities may be positive one, may be negative one. We have to first of all cited some example to know the term what is called the externality. Suppose let us say for example, an aluminium company or any sort of company to be that, then not only the aluminium company, it may be the coal, it may be your any small things we can take into account, any producers are there. While they are producing the goods or services, they provide the product in the market at a specific price. But while they are providing the product at the market at a specific price, it is okay, no problem about it. But the producer side by side supply some sort of positive as well as the negative costs. What are they? Suppose while they are producing the goods or manufacturing the products, it emits the smoke in the air. When it emits the smoke in the air to be the polluted, and side by side nearby residents, they have to be affected from that particular air pollutions. In the same way, the producer also be use the water to cooling down the machineries, and those hot waters are to be storage to the the hot water is to be linked to the storage, and that storage to be moved to the nearby river. Then what happened to be here? Here we find the entire river water is to be got polluted, and when the nearby people using that particular river water to washing their clothes or to consuming the fish or the any products from that particular river, then they are also be the affected by it. So, that means market, we receiving the product at a specific price, but side by side the producer also will supply some sort of negative externalities. So, that things is to be treated as the negative externalities. If one or two parties are to be involved, then it is okay, then the mutual bargaining can be takes place by minimizing the problem. Let us say the same sort of things also be another way up to the examples. Suppose गोटे फ्लाट रे तमे सब अच्छा, देन से फ्लाट रो जे तळ फ्लोर रे रहउछन्ते से कोन करछन्ते ना काउ गाई मानन को रखिछन्ते, and as they preserve the cows to be there in their shelters and nearby their residents, then what happened? They using those cow dungs and they dispose this cow dung nearby his residents. And when he disposed the cow dung in the nearby residents, what happened? They provide the bad smell. The entire society in that particular flat, though people, let us say the 2 or 4 persons or 4 families are there, all families are to be affected because of that particular bad smell, and that is a negative externality created. That means we should not we are not, there is no deal with our family with their family, but our family got affected as the ground floor persons kept some cows to marketing some sort of milk or some cow made products are there. But while they are producing these things, we may affected by that. Then what happened to be here? Few people to be affected. If the few people to be affected, then mutual bargaining. Yes, you can kept your cows and so on, but you have to provide some sort of milk to us or something else. So, or it will be provide the milk at a less cost, so that we can minimizing the problems. If the parties are less, it is okay, But if the parties are more, huge parties are to be involved, like in this case of the production center of aluminium or the coal or something else, when the more parties to be involved, it emit the smoke and the water to be polluted, all kind of externality to be takes place, then how it to be tackled? In this case, government enter into the field. Here government can impose some sort of taxes in order to reducing the productions, or he can provide some sort of advice. Yes, you can increase your length of the chimney, or you can make the filter so that air not to be going to be affected, or you have to kept some sort of space, so that where we can supply your hot water to that particular shelters, where it be groundwater in such a manner to store that water that maybe increase the groundwater to be there. Groundwater level to be can be increases when you store that one, is be instead of supplying into the nearby river, flow to the nearby river, you have to hold those sort of things inside in your premises. So that the different alternative processes are provided by the government. If the party is not convinced with that, then the government impose some sort of tax, so that the production to be low down. If the production to be low down, it automatically the pollution activities to be reduces. This is the negative side. But if you take into account the positive externalities, again the here what you find, the peoples are to be affected from by a particular producers. Now, if you take the peoples are to be gained by some sort of producers. Let us say for example, suppose you produce at this particular, if the cultivation field to be there, let us say that the 4 to 5 cultivation fields are there, you are as a producer at this particular place. Now, you using the chemical and fertilizers in your field, in order to protect your seeds, or in order to protect your plant and so on. But fortunately, unfortunately your, let for example, the wind blow from this side to this directions, wind blow from these directions. Then what happened? This what sort of seed, what sort of chemical fertilizer you have to be spread here, it will be moved to this particular field. That means this particular producer, it automatically gain without spending any sort of thing to be here. ये लोको किछि स्पेंड करिनी, नथिंग टू बी स्पेंड इन हिज एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड, किंतु से गेन करिगला कहीं ना दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोड्यूसर प्रोवाइड द केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स हियर, right, but the pesticides to be here. When the wind is to be blow from this direction to these directions, then what you find, then this particular party to be gained. If the single party to be involved, that is the positive externality, that to be gained with his productions rate to be increases without spending certain things. Therefore, it is called as the positive externalities. So, if there is a positive externalities, then if the two parties are involved, then they can mutually solve the problems. They can mutually solve the problem, they can sell their productions rate, the cost of the production, they take into account the cost of production, definitely the cost of production of this particular producer should be less. But they have to be comparing the things. Yes, they have to make a mutual bargaining, we have to sell the product at this particular price, right. Thereby both the parties have to be minimizing their problem. If the small parties are involved, it is okay. If the more parties are involved, then government must have to be interfere in order to minimizing whether it is a positive externalities or it will be a negative externalities. So, we have to explain the bit by bit both positive externalities as well as the negative externalities with the help of a separate figure. Let us start with the positive externalities. And side by side we take into account the negative externalities. Right. In case of your positive externalities, this is the price and the quantity, this is the demand and supply, this is the initial situation at what price the producers are to be try to sell their product at a specific price. Both the case, in case of your positive as well as in case of your negative externalities, right. This is the demand and this is the supply curves, this is the point of equilibrium and this is the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. This is the initial situations. In case of your positive externalities, we take the terms positive externalities. When the existence of the positive externalities, the beneficiaries are more, benefits are occur. Where the benefits to be occur? Who are to be the benefited? Now, they increase their social value to be increased, educations to be there. I mean that provide to the benefit to the specific society. That means let for example education, government free education to be provided. If the free education to be that the knowledge level to be increases, the one society, specific society to be benefited from it, that the better government income to be distributed properly and so on. Similarly, if there is a social, I mean let us say positive externality occur where the more parties to be involved. If the more parties to be involved, then how to minimizing the problems. In order to, that is the, you know that these two things, what the demand and what the supply curve be represented in the previous component, you already know what is called the, this is called the, what is the term, value to the buyers or the cost to the seller. This is called the cost to the sellers, cost to sellers, and is the value to buyers. Demand is nothing but the value to buyers, supply is nothing but the cost to the sellers. If there is a positive externalities, definitely demand is to be the more. If the demand is to be more, if the demand increases at the constant price, with the constant supply to be remains constant, but the demand to be increases. What happened to be here? What do you find? Here we find the equilibrium shift from E1 to let us say E2. It is equilibrium shifted from E1 to E2, and that leads to the rise in the price of the product. That leads to the rise in the price of the product from P1 to P2. But the point is to be here, if you find there is a positive, due to the positive externality, demand to be shifted upway due to the positive externality. But if you take the case of a negative externality, in that case supply must be shifted to back way. Supply must be shifted to back way in such a way, this is the supply curve to be that supply dash, and the meeting of the equilibrium at the point E2, and the quantity is to be Q2 and price to be the P2. What do you find here? केतेबेले supply decrease करिबो ना जरा negative external होजे government से समरे कौन को ना tax impose करूजे. The government is a tax impose करिबो supply curve टा back को shift करिजिबो, so that he try to reducing the supply of the producers. So what you find, the supply reduces and ultimately this here you have to, the point of the equilibrium, you have to find the point of the equilibrium, you have to set the price to be this level and the quantity supply to be reduces. Why the supply to be restricted? Because you have to minimizing the negative externalities. You have to minimizing the negative externalities, government must be imposes the tax. But why the demand curve to be shifted right now here? Now the government says that if there is positive externalities, let it be go. We have to move ahead of it, but the loser party means the producers. The producer must have to be compensated by the subsidies. Government provide to be here subsidies. So government provide the subsidies to the loser party. The supplier is the loser party. Government provide the subsidies to the producer or the seller, so that the reaching this particular point and set the price to be much more higher and the quantity supply to be increases here. So that means this is the way in order to minimizing the positive externalities or the negative externality, any externality be takes place, whether the positive or negative, the intention of the government is to be balancing the equilibrium. I mean intention is to be provide the maintain the economic efficiency inside the society, either by imposing the tax or by providing the subsidy to the loser party. So this is a way to find the term what is positive as well as the negative externalities. Beside these positive and negative externalities, we have to take the some sort of differences are there. Most important point is to be that in positive externality, market produces the larger quantity than the society desired. What the society desire? Society desire at this particular point. This is the desire component. Society desire OQ1, but it to be supplied more one. That is the case of your positive externality. In positive externality, market produces a larger quantity than the society desired. But what in case of a negative externality, market produces a smaller quantity than the society desired. Society desired at this particular point. This is the desire. But how much it will be produced? this much the producers. The producer first have to produce less amount as compared to the market to be desired, because here the government will compel the producer to lower down the production process. Here in case of your positive externalities, government must have to provide the subsidies to the loser party, but in case of the negative externality, government provide the the tax imposed by the government. Okay. Beside these things, positive and negative externalities, you have to remember the basic concept of your where the producer set the positive and where the producer to be set the negative externalities. Remember, if the few parties are involved, few party in the sense basic concept is the two parties, let us say, or two or three parties to be involved. Positive externality, you have to remember the term positive. For example, and another example also be, suppose you let us say for example, you have to take your music, okay, and play the music, so sound music or the beautiful music in your own residence with a huge volume, okay, large volume देके तमें music सुनचो घरे. But the side by side people, those that we reside in the nearby side, let us say whether it be first floor or the let us say next to you, your neighbors are there, they also be listening your music, but without spending a single coin on the electric bill or consuming the new CD or let us say any sort of DVD to be that they are to be gained from that. Instead of you consuming anything, instead of the spending a single coin, still then they are to be benefited. That the positive externalities. Similarly, suppose you spend huge amount of time to prepare your let us say garden to be that, and you have to plant different type of your that is called the flowers are there, and due to the evening time period, due to the let us say wind blow, and that sweet smell it will move from your that particular your field to the nearby residents, and all the nearby residents are the benefited from your sweet fragrance, and that is also will lead to the positive externalities. That means, without preparing, without spending certain things, they are to be gained from your cost. That is the positive externalities. So, here where to find the few parties are involved, therefore, no problem occur. You can mutual bargaining, mutual understanding, you can minimizing it. Similarly, the negative externality also be that if you preparing, you have to creating some sort of bad noise, bad smell or something else. Let us say nearby residents you have to run your music at a high speed, then high volume to be that, and side by side your residents who are to be there, their children are going to be up here the exam. They are to be disturbed from your musics, then what happen? In that case, there have to be, it is not the positive externality, rather it will be treated as the negative externality. So, positive and negative, you have to remember, if you do some sort of activities, if it is provide the positive impact on the society, it is called the positive externality. If you do certain things, other societies are to be affected by the positive sense, that is called the positive externality, or in the negative sense, it is called the negative externality. So, that the two sides are there, positive as well as the negative externalities, and it is possible the government to be interfere if the large party are to be the involved. If the large party means more than 2 to 3 parties are involved, 3 party in the sense the individuals, right. If the more than 2 3 individuals to be involved, either in case of your positive or in case of your negative externalities, government play a crucial role. If it is a negative externality, the intention of the producer at any cost, it will lower down the production rate. First of all, you provide the advice. Let us say you have to change your chimney to be at the higher level, make the filtrations of your chimney and so on. Still then, if the producer is not obey the rules and regulations of the government, then government definitely impose the tax upon it. That is the second step. If still then, that means after different type of punishment, still then the producer not obey the rules and regulations of the government, still they are creating some sort of water pollution, air pollution or some sort of other pollutions are there, then government must have to ban to that particular producers, right. That is the extreme end to minimizing the negative externalities. But what happened to the positive externalities? In case of a positive externalities, here the positive side, government can't impose any sort of things to the positive persons, rather those who produce, that is the cost to the producers, and that to be the subsidies. If the producer had to be subsidized by the government, then no problem about it. Whether it be at the sell at the lower price or the higher price, that does not put any impact upon him, because he receiving the same sort of price at what it be produces. What is cost to the producer, that to be extracted from the government. If it is possible, then there is no problem about it. So, the two sides are there, positive and negative externalities. In positive externalities, government provides subsidies to the loser party, that means it will compensate to the cost to the sellers. In case of your negative externality, you impose the taxes to reduce the benefit of the producers. That these are the two way to consider the term what is positive and what is negative externality. So, this is all about your chapter number 1, I mean the last chapter of your second module. In the module 1, we covered the component, the whole things. Here in the second module, we covered starting from the demand, supply, elasticities and your consumer surplus, producer surplus, market equilibrium, and thereby their elasticities of the demand and supplies, and after that we entering into the term what is called the market efficiency, and after that we start with the term what is called the positive and negative externalities. So, this is all about your second module. In the coming class, we start with the first chapter of your third module. Thank you.